Have you ever felt that burning desire to create something amazing but didn't know where to start? Have you wondered how everyday people just like you turned their dreams into reality, even when they had no clue what they were doing? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to the IDKWTF I Was Doing podcast, where I dive into the raw, unfiltered experiences of people who built meaningful businesses from scratch. Now, this is the first episode of our fourth season, and I'm excited to share how our format and content have evolved. So let's jump right in. And by the way, welcome back, action takers. I'm your host, David B., your favorite accountability buddy and fellow traveler on this adventure. This podcast is all about sharing real life journeys of people who, just like you, started with nothing but a dream and some determination to make it work. I'm here to inspire, motivate, and guide you by showcasing the paths of everyday folks, all who have built heart-centered businesses. I'm not talking about multimillionaires who are out of reach. I'm talking about real, relatable tales that show you can create a meaningful and thriving business on your own terms. And so what's the mission behind the IDK WTF I Was Doing podcast? Well, it is simple. I'm here to help you by sharing the real life accounts that often go untold. My focus is on the people who created service-based businesses, very much like courses, coaching programs, or digital events. And these are the stories of everyday people who faced the same challenges you're facing now. And while they may not be the top industry leaders, they're all going to be doing pretty well. Now, it's important to mention that the case studies I share, it's all based on publicly available data. Maybe different interviews, different online information about the person or business. And I'm not implying at all that I have personally worked with any of the individuals I cover, and I am absolutely not endorsing their products or services. My goal is simply to break down the very success stories to provide you with insights and inspiration. I'm here to demystify the entrepreneurial path and provide you with actionable insights and inspiration. By hearing about the victories and setbacks of others, you're going to see that you're not alone and that your dream really is within reach. Each episode is going to be designed to give you the tools, tips, and motivation you need to take the next step in your own journey. So why should you hit that follow button right now? Because you already know starting a business can be incredibly daunting, especially when you're bombarded with stories of overnight millionaires and unicorn startups. And while those stories can be exciting, they're just out of touch and unrelatable. So I focus on the simple, down-to-earth experiences of everyday people. I highlight the challenges new business owners face, like juggling a day job while building a side hustle, dealing with self-doubt, or figuring out how to attract your first clients. By learning from the real-life experiences of others, you can avoid common pitfalls and apply practical strategies to your own venture. Success isn't about hitting it big overnight. It's about consistent effort, learning from failures, and staying true to your mission. So what can you expect from each episode of the IDK WTF I Was Doing podcast? Well, let me tell you, I follow a narrative structure known as the hero's journey. And this actually helps me dive into the stories of my case studies, and here's how it breaks down. Basically, we start with everyone's ordinary world. And this is where we talk about their early life and what that set them on their unique plan. Then there's a call to adventure, where we explore the moment they realized they were meant for more and decided to pursue their idea. And then there's always the refusal of the call and meeting the mentor, where I look at the hesitations and doubts different people face and how the mentors or key figures help guide them. And then it's the tests and enemies, where I cover everyone's early career moves, the skills they learned, the network of relationships that shaped their journey, and the problems that came up. Then we go to the approach to the innermost cave. Now, this is about building the business that they're known for today. This section is where we focus on the critical decisions and the sacrifices that everyone has to go through. But then, of course, after that, there's the ordeal. And this part is where I dive into the significant challenge that everyone faces and how they overcome them. Because there is always an ordeal, there are always challenges to overcome, and we all have to go through it. And then finally, we get to the reward. This is where I discuss someone's current achievements, their future aspirations, and the impact their business has on their life and the lives of those they care about. And really, as you listen to the episodes, think about what part of the hero's journey you're in right now. Reflect on the lessons and experiences shared in these case studies and see how they resonate with your own life. Now, each episode is filled with real anecdotes, professional milestones, and valuable insights aimed at helping you navigate your own path. So before I wrap up, I really want to invite you to become an active part of this community. If you enjoyed what you've heard so far and you're really looking forward to these episodes, make sure to subscribe to the IDKWTF I Was Doing podcast so you never miss an episode. And I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear you share your own stories. I'd love to see you ask some questions or even suggest some entrepreneurs you'd like me to feature. And let's support each other on this adventure. You can find everything you're looking for at IDKWTFpodcast.com. And remember, you are not alone in this. I'm here to help you every step of the way, and I hope you're as excited as I am about the journeys we're going to explore together. And actually, in our next episode, which is available now, I'll dive into the story of me and talk about how I started with nothing but a passion for helping others and turned it into a thriving coaching business. I'll uncover the challenge I faced, the mentors who guided me, and the hard-earned lessons that shaped my success. So get ready to be inspired and motivated to take your own steps forward. And remember, every great journey begins with a single step. So keep moving forward, action takers, and I will see you in the next episode.
How can a single book be worth $1.5 million? In a hidden corner of the world, a collection of unparalleled wisdom has been discovered. This book, and the story behind it, has the power to revolutionize your approach to success. Written nearly a century ago and lost to time, this book contains the foundational principles that have shaped the lives of the most successful people in history. Only a select few have had the chance to see it, but now you can too. This isn't just a book, it's a priceless masterpiece that holds the key to unlocking your potential. Are you curious? Then go to idkwtfpodcast.com/book or click the link in the show notes below to see the full story and find out why this book is considered a priceless treasure as well as how it can influence your life forever. Again, check it out at idkwtfpodcast.com/book.